Today is the 21st day of April. And I talked yesterday about Abaco being the second economy maker to bring tax into the country. I made a mistake with the 45,000. It's actually 45 million with a big M. And you would think any progressive, sensible thinking government would want this kind of cake to continue. Abaco has been dropping 45 plus millions every year, and we never get half of that back in Abaco. You would think after the hurricane that one of those 45,000 would be put into Abaco with Abaconians sitting at the table of decision making. Everybody outside Abaco is profiting besides Abaconian. You just imagine, add the money up, 45 million for the last 20 years. To date, the government of the Bahamas haven't rebuilt or start to rebuild the thing that brings the money in, customs. They haven't touched to rebuild the customs department to put customs, the people that's supposed to generate the money. Although we have a duty free now, but some of those stuff, custom ought to be able to be in a comfortable setting. A high school. Again, we send 45 million a year. They haven't mentioned at all about a contract to start to rebuild the biggest high school in the Family Islands. Thank God for some of the NGOs that started to do some repair on the primary school, but where's the government money? Where's our money that we pay tax in case of emergencies like this? Where is it? How come a government 8 months in, and let me tell you how bad we are as a country to date. 700 people a day have been dying in New York. And they have buried them decently, respectfully. Going on 9 months, a child could have been born. And our loved ones is behind a trailer at the clinic of all places. I have not heard one pastor, not one Christian Council president, the Bahamas, nor Abaco, saying it's wrong. My God, Mr. Prime Minister, Darren Henfield, James Albury, it is wrong to have not given these people a Christian burial 8 months, going on 9 months. Nobody has spoken out. Even the family, for most instances, has been visibly quiet. That is unacceptable as a people. Why? It's the people that God has given authority to speak in times like these have been visibly quiet. Is it that they're hoping that the government going to give them a contract? They don't want no backlash. They don't want to speak as if God has given them the authority to speak about the wrong. That is why nothing is being happening in Abaco. You imagine the people that built Marshall, Dundas, and Murphytown in the 80s, 70s, 90s. This government, after all, I just want to say thank God for America. Thank God for the NGOs, because if it wasn't for them, where would Abaco be? You imagine that these people would give us material and labor and the government is not partnering with them for nothing. They give the social service and all these agencies that's causing more heartache. You got to be back and forth. Small business loan, nothing. Social service, nothing. Back and forth, adding more agony and stress, unnecessary stress, because you've been going back and forth for 8 months and no progress, zero. You imagine a government gonna build some igloos in Spring City for the tune of $7 million? Temporary shelter. So whoever got these little domes from the government, they probably take them right back and resell them to the government. It is a business not to help Abaco, but to help whoever owns the domes. That was never intended for us. If it was intended for us, it would have been put in Dundas and Murphytown, Marshaba, where we have the most elderly persons that lost everything, totally destroyed. We got some young people out there in Spring City sitting up, comfortable. But what about the older people? They're in Henfield, and they're in, smart as you are, lieutenant, lawyer, doctor, Indian chief. These persons can't even vote for you. The people that voted for you and understand, to date, still don't have a home. What happened to all that tax money? Y'all promised us that the PLP was the biggest thieves and the biggest liars since Ananias and Sapphira. So far, you guys have surpassed that by tenfolds. Y'all have been robbing us, lying to us, straight through. Name something there in Henfield and Dr. Minnis, because y'all is one P, two P's in one pod. Name something that y'all promised on the campaign trail that y'all have done all the years y'all been in power. I bet you there is not a man that is now a minister in this F&M government. If the election was called this week, neither one of them, including the Prime Minister of this country, would win a seat. But I want to be in that number on the next government sitting of the House of Assembly to remind Darren Henfield, the most honorable Prime Minister, to what they have done and have not done for the people of North Abaco and Abaco in general in the worst time in their life. I want to remind Darren Henfield that people sent food, material generators for us. They're sitting in Nassau, 8 months in, rotting. That's a disgrace. It's the international minister, Minister of Foreign Affairs, that can't get food items from Nassau into Abaco when its people is starving. In Abaco, at the dock, the water is rotting from the heat in the containers. The food products is rotting because K. Forbes Smith, Hiram Lewis has failed in their capacity to remove the stuff the people sent it from way in America on the dock in Marshaba. K. Forbes Smith, Hiram Lewis, Darren Henfield, James Albury has let the goods rotten today on the dock in Marshaba when people in Marshaba, Dundas, Murphy, Spring City, Central Pines need these items. The water is no more good. The food is no more good because of the heat and the humidity that for 8 months, the people sent them right away. 8 months they're on the dock in Mashaba and in the Nema base in Nassau. Mr. Prime Minister, Darren Henfield, where's your heart? Where's your soul, Darren, Mr. Prime Minister? Where's your compassion? I'm just leaving James Albury out because he's just useless. Mr. Prime Minister, you talk about passion of the rich business people that didn't have a heart and send their workers home. What about you, sir? You are also one of those rich business people. Every time you turn around, there's a contract with your name on it. You will be okay once you leave power. You were okay before you came in power. You're just securing more. Mr. Prime Minister, what about your heart? What about your soul? What is about your compassion for the people of North Abaco? $45 million per year. And we haven't seen one of those 45 million some 8 months, while 4,000 of Abaconians are starving. No compassion, no heart, no soul from this FNM government. You got the government you deserve. FNM. And this honorable Prime Minister, along with Darren Henfield, has no passion, they've showed no soul, and they got no heart for the dead, nor the living. They can't bury the dead, and the living is about to die because their lack of heart, compassion, and soul. That is why Kai is stepping to say we ought to have more, we deserve more, and with Kai at the helm, you shall get more. You're live on WCAY.